Hello and welcome. It is, okay, now I'm just totally blank. It's March 12th. That's what I'm missing. Even my computer says so it can't be completely wrong. It has been a crazy couple of, well, just a week, but it has been a busy month already. We're coming up here on the halfway mark, and I decided since I had a semi-free day that I was going to go ahead and get this Flock update going. Some important things to cover, some things I just want to get out there and make sure that you guys are aware. But first and foremost, I do want to thank everybody since the last Flock update, there's been a lot. I did my 5K, we made it through very colorful. A few pictures on the wall over here, but I will actually take and post them in this post as well, as I promised to do each time. And I think I did last time. I posted one of my filthiness, but had a good group, had a lot of fun, made some good time, had some just good laughs. But blessed time. Thanks to everyone for their prayers and their patience on the day, for there being delays and support and everything else. I think there was 2 tickets, and I appreciate both of you being very patient. My birthday, another one. I want to, I think I'm trying to get praise out first, but thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes, for just people who encouraged me on my birthday. It was a busy month, but it was also a great day. I think it's probably one of the best birthdays I've had in many, many years. Got to have a simple dinner with some friends and just kind of just celebrate and just have a good time. So definitely a blessed start to a 33rd year of my life. And even I do appreciate those of you who said, wait, you're 33? That's not possible. Thank you so much. But no, I do want to thank everybody for just the encouragement and the blessings you guys are to me as well. I pray that I can continue to be a blessing to you, your website, and things you have going on. I appreciate those of you who have come to me with prayer requests and allowed me to be able to pray for you and come alongside you in prayer. To the rest of you, if you haven't, my email, instant message, live chat is actually on behind me, but at the moment, as I'm recording this, not really watching it. So if you're sending a note right now, my apologies. But a couple of big things to kind of go over. First and foremost, again, my apologies for the big server issues that happened on Koinonia and Praise. Last week alone, there was about 3 or 4 days of just outages rolling through different servers. Most didn't affect Flock hosting customers directly until we hit Koinonia, and then shortly thereafter, Praise was affected. And I do apologize. I do wish it was something I could have done. God did bless through it. The server techs that I work with on a semi-regular basis know me, and they know my level of frustration can get high, but they also know that I'm a fairly patient, praying guy. So I was very blessed that they took and got Praise bumped up in the list of things to migrate off the storage system to the new one. We were back online. Some customers that I followed the thread who use the same storage system I do did not return online, in some cases up to 24 hours. So I am very grateful for the data center crews. Thank you guys for your prayers for them and your prayers for me. This Friday I will have a post online which will outline kind of the plan for kind of moving things around off of Praise. I know Praise was originally built, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, as a customer appreciation thing. It was built out to bless the customer appreciation people and just kind of be some mega plans. I can fit those mega plans elsewhere, and for the meantime, that's kind of what I'm going to do, is I'll be distributing you guys back out into the general population for the meantime, which we'll get more into towards the end of this Flock update. But it's stable for now, and I'm blessed that so far we have not had a number of problems. There have not been mega issues. Some data was rolled back, and I'm happy that we did have backups to go to after there was damage done. So I am working to try to make things stable. I know that many of you have expressed gratitude for things being online. I say thank you for that. I just continue to ask for your patience and your forgiveness in how this has gone down. But there will continue to be improvements. I will continue to work on different things to try to make it to be even more stable and more functional for you guys. Which leads to another server thing. But server migration, on Friday I will have a plan what's going to happen, where you guys will be migrating to, kind of just balancing things out, which I'll talk more about here in a little bit. ASSP, the anti-spam filter system that we added during customer appreciation, is going away. It's been more trouble than good for most. Some of you guys I know love it. The catch is that percentage is less than 1%. 1% of you love it to pieces. You train it, you have it take and learn what's your spam and what's not, and it's worked for you well. The catch is that when 99% of the rest of the customer base is having nothing but issues, nothing but blocks, We've worked to try to find workarounds for some of these, and while I wish I could say that it was going better, it proceeds to just continually get worse. Even one of my emails the other day, I got a financial thing I was working with, and they said, we tried to email you and it said we had to send this in. And so some of that features and functionalities work great in a lot of situations, but when it's an automated banking account or this or that, there's some issues where it just doesn't work. So over the next 2 weeks, I'll begin decommissioning it, moving back to the Spam Assassin setup. There's been some improvements in that sense, and so hopefully you guys will continue to see a decrease in spam. But I do want to continue to look for anti-spam solutions. If we can get ASSP working better or more compartmentalized where people want to use Spam Assassin, or if they want to use it, they can choose. That's what my goal is going to be. But even then, I'm going to continue to look for an anti-spam solution that is a little easier to train, doesn't require end users to send in a message to say, oh, hey, yeah, we're real and we're not a robot. So I do appreciate you guys who have been patient with me on this. I've been really just weighing this heavily because it is a good system for some people, but when the bulk and majority of you guys are having issues, I've got to respond to that as a shared environment for each server. I have to make those choices. And so to those of you who would like to keep with it, get in touch with me. If ASSP has become your go-to for anti-spam and you cannot live without it, let me know. I'm going to be looking at possibly even just kind of shifting people around to a server that will just have ASSP and no Spam Assassin. So if that is something of interest to you, if you're one of that 1% who is interested, let me know, and there may be a server for you to live on. We'll get you moved over. With those big things out of the way, a lot of people have asked how things are going with me since the day job has ended, and kind of balancing out finances, balancing out the day-to-day operations and everything else. And things are going good. It's tight. It's, I've worked hard to try to figure out where I can cut the fat, and services and stuff I've thankfully not had to reduce on anything. And I'm not saying this to worry anybody that Flock Hosting is going out of business. No, I'm responsible enough to realize that as I've lifted up my finances, my tithe, my time, my talents, my treasures, God has continually just blessed me with more additional work. But that's also where I kind of want to come to you guys in my level of transparency that I always strive to have with you guys, to make sure that you guys are in the loop of what's going on. I need your help. I need your help spreading the word. I really am going to take some time here over the next couple days alone to build out some resources for banners, buttons, printable things. Church hosting folks, I really would love for you guys, if you could, to nothing huge. I'm not asking for a half sheet. I'm not asking for half page, whatever your bulletin layout is. I'm not asking for that. But if you guys could take and even put in a small thing, if your church uses it, and you could say, hey, our church hosting is done by Flock Hosting, all of your hosting needs, you can go to Flock Hosting. That'd be amazing. It's not required. None of this will be required. This is just me coming to you saying, I have a need. And for me, that's a hard thing. I try to be a very independent person. I try to, even when things are at their worst, I try to put up the good front and try to be the strong soldier. And I know that at the end, God's going to have everything taken care of. But I think God has put all of us together for a reason. And I know that many of you will do this in a heartbeat. I know many of you will plaster this on your website. You will make blog posts. You will post on Twitter, Facebook, etc. And I appreciate that. But I do just ask that anybody who can, anybody who has a desire to help me out in this time of transition. And I know this is not going to be the status quo. This is not going to be the tight budget forever. God's been doing some amazing things. I even have an offer of a job for becoming a cook. Some of you guys may not know that, but I enjoy cooking. And so a friend of mine who is looking at starting a new venture needs a cook. And so I may be working part-time again and doing evenings and afternoons and becoming a cook. And so, there's many things God's moving in my life. And I think that's amazing. I think it's a exciting thing to watch. I mean, I've even begun back to being church pianist again. There's a lot of things moving, a lot of things God is changing up. And I'm excited for it, and I want to share that with you guys. I want to make sure you guys are in the loop knowing what's going on. So again, if you guys can help by spreading the word, it just helps me continue to keep the lights on. The lifetime hosting offer for the Founders Club was a big part of that. It helped me out immensely in taking and paying for some of the stuff that we're going to have to do to take and get servers working right, to get things off of one and move it to another. So again, that's going to come up again. That's going to come up as a Founders Club option. I'm thinking about reducing the cost as well for those and having two options. One, a yearly membership that will get you discounts on your existing hosting, will get you existing discounts on anything new. But then as well, having the lifetime option for a select few and having it be a slightly amount more. But the goal of that is not for me to go on wild trips, me to go on and gallivant around, but it's for me to take and do exciting things with Flock hosting, to build up promotions, to have fun and giveaways. That money is going to go and be set aside for those things. It's still going to be tithed upon, it's still going to be everything else, but I want to take that bulk of that fun and I want to continue just to put it back into Flock hosting, to build up and just continue to strive to provide you guys with the best that I can do. So with that, that is pretty much all I had to say. That is, hopefully, and I'm paying attention to how long, but hey, just over 10 minutes, that's not bad for a guy who rambles. So I do appreciate you guys' prayers, and I do again stress if there's anything I can pray for you guys in, if I can ever lift you guys up. I've got prayer requests from 2 different people this past week from Flock hosting, and it's been a blessing to be able to pray for you guys and to lift you up and let you guys know that, hey, I'm not just here to take your money and host your website. I'm here as a fellow believer in the Lord, and it's part of what I do. It's part of who I am and how I operate. And as I post on most of my Facebook posts of my personal nature, if you're having a bad day, if things aren't going good, and there's a way that I can pray for you, if I can pray for your day to go better, if I can pray for your marriage, your finances, your job, your relationship, your website even, and I can probably help on that one too. But if there's anything I can do to be of service to you guys aside from that of the internet, the web, and random technical questions, I need you guys to remember I'm here to be able to be assistance to you guys in that realm as well. So I pray that you guys are having a blessed day. I hope this video finds you well. If you guys have any questions about anything that's been talked about here today, the ASSP removal, get in touch with me if you want to stay on. Server migration again this Friday, we'll have that up for you. And again, thank you guys so much for birthday well wishes. It's been an amazing start with 33, and I hope it will continue just to grow and blossom and be just something amazing that God is doing. So with that, I wish you guys a great day, and we'll talk with you very, very soon.